Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. We are getting ready for the big one today. Arsenal taking on Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium. We're here for the starting 11. And let me just introduce the guys in the house. Starting off with the beautiful Charlene in the building.
Hello.
You're not beautiful, but you're here. Kalechi.
We outside. Nice and early, you understand?
First time.
You didn't even know you was on this. That's probably why
Oh, God.
And looking very slick, should I say. Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Diamond Club judges in the building. Right? How you doing? Diamond Club today, is it?
No, just me normal seat today. You know. So.
Where's that? Box. Box 255 or something?
No, just a halfway line. You know, block
Club
43.
class.
Yeah, club level, like yeah.
You don't sit with us.
No, I don't know that. You know, I like to give you a little wave as you go on, like, you know. So.
Yeah, I've got to say, the last game I was at, right, that was when we played Chelsea. When we was at the Emirates for that friendly, he was in the Diamond Lounge.
Yeah, and then you were below.
I
And
was
then he was
below.
waving. I saw him waving.
He weren't waving like this guy, like the Queen waves. You know, he was like, when they're looking down on his subject, you know what I mean? Yes, you scum.
I actually went to you like that.
But anyway, listen, we're here because we're getting ready for the starting 11 today. It's a massive game. Arsenal versus Chelsea. First of all, I've got to say, I've been hearing a rumour that there's going to be no Ben White today. Talk is Ben White has got COVID. I was at the under-23s game.
Yeah, we saw you when they scored the second goal. You were just looking like this. You not see the video?
No.
You don't see yourself in the
Haven't seen
background? Yeah, you're just looking. You're bouncing like a dog. When I want to buy the club. The rumors I want to buy the club. Watch it again. You see yourself.
But I was at the game and somebody said they said that it was outside the training ground on Friday, and he turned up and he was there for about half an hour and then left. And I was thinking, chatting crap, you know, you just get something. Yeah, all right. But it looks like it's actually could be a fact, and that maybe it could be a case that he's got COVID or something like
It can only
that.
happen to Arsenal, couldn't it? It's the only club,
It's
isn't
so
it?
unfortunate.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
And at the moment, you know, it's just not going our way. You know, already got injuries. It's good to see Gabriel back in training, but he's not going to be ready for the game. Of course, Lacazette is out with COVID. Willian's out with COVID as well. Runarsson, you know.
Partey injured.
I heard that on Twitter.
Bellerin might have it as
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Oh,
Injury.
mate.
Like today, I think it's a big because I think I don't know, but I reckon Mikel might have gone for a back three today, and Ben White would have been pivotal in that. But now, obviously, all the plans have changed. So it's just not going our way at the moment, is it?
Yeah, the preparation's not been great for the start of the season for Arsenal, and this is a game that Arsenal have to win. Charlene, isn't it? You think about it. Next week we're going to be away, you know, against Manchester City. Their record against us is unbelievable, and they won 5-0 yesterday. We don't want to be going into that game on the back of 2 losses.
Exactly, especially after that performance last week against Brentford. Today, we do need to get a result, but with all these odds against us, it's not looking that likely. But I'm hoping that Arsenal are just going to be Arsenal and do the unexpected and get a result. Even if it was to get a draw, it won't be as bad as losing.
We are sometimes, when our back's against the wall, Arsenal, right? It happens a lot. Just when you think we're dead and done, we're finished, they turn up with a performance, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what they did on December 26th, 2020 against Chelsea as well. So, like Charlene said, you never can tell which Arsenal will turn up, but I just have belief that they're going to turn up today and they're going to put in a decent shift and get a good result.
If Aubameyang is fit, would you start with him today?
Straight up. Straight. It's not even it's a no-brainer. Straight up into the starting lineup. Balogun is a very good player, but I don't think he's quite ready yet. The Brentford game actually showed that he's not quite there yet. And who again you have to lead the line? Maybe Martinelli, who's just coming back from the Olympics, wasn't maybe really fully reintegrated as well. So might just have to put the captain in straight up.
Would you start with Saka today?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, again, apart from the half he had last week, he again not much pre-season, only a few minutes in pre-season.
Best player, Robbie. Play best players.
So it's got to start for you.
Got to start today, like, you know. I think it's a big. I felt he should have actually with what had gone on last week. I felt he should have played last week as well. You know, but yeah, definitely he's had another week's training. You know, most of the, you know, I'm looking at the game now. Luke Shaw's back playing today. Like, you know, a few players are all back playing now over the weekend. You know, Jack Grealish played yesterday, so I can't see why Saka shouldn't be playing today.
And we need a performance today, Lee.
Yeah, do you know what? You know, I don't think we'll win today, but I want to see a performance. You know, we was poor. Everything about us last week was poor. The whole performance from the back to front, no one really stood out. And what I want today is a performance. And listen, if you get a performance and you play well, you never know. You might get the result. But ultimately, it is about looking. I want to see Arsenal now. I want to go there today, and I want to see my football team managed properly, coached properly, and the players putting in a proper performance. You know, you can't always guarantee on the results, but those three things, I think you should be. It's not too much to ask for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what he just said is reminiscent to Arteta's first game against Chelsea. You know, we lost that game, but we saw the performance. His first ever game when he came in as a new coach. The dubious, the 2-1,
Yeah, good point.
You understand? So we were not happy with the loss, but we took heart with the performance. So yeah, that's what.
And I note that even in the programme today, the Cronkies have put a little message into there, talking about, you know, the transfer business and how they're trying to change the ethos of the club and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're beginning to communicate, which is good to see.
It'd be nice if they, you know, instead of writing in the programme, why not come to the game?
Yeah, exactly. We need that. We need that connection, that physical connection. And you know, even the stories today that Siad has cancelled, he cancelled his contract and all that. You know, for me again, it looks like something of a bit of a PR stunt, because if you remember, sometime last month, the Fenerbahce president came out and said, no, Arsenal was still paying Ozil's salary. So sometimes I don't actually know what to believe when it's coming out from the club anymore. So hopefully the Kroenkes have turned a new leaf, and they will invest more. We need to see them as well physically. And who knows? The new year is up.
You worried about Lukaku today?
Oh, mate, I've got butterflies over this guy. I'm so nervous. I mean, he's going to pose a massive threat to us. He's familiar with the Premier League. When you look at all of these stats and everything, I just hope we're able to hold him down.
And that's why I'm happy that Holding is playing, to be honest. Holding is very physical. Remember him and Diogo Costa always.
He's not
him
very
winning.
quick though, isn't he?
I know, but Lukaku is Lukaku really the quickest? If it's a physical battle, I know that Holding will stand his own, to be honest.
Well, what about you, Lukaku?
Listen,
How do we deal with Lukaku today?
do you know what? We ain't going to be able to deal with Lukaku. But I'll tell you what we can do is stop his supply. They stop the play. You know what I mean? A striker's only as good as his service. So stop the service, stop the source. And that's which is going to be tough to do, but that's what I would do, because at the end of the day, he is a quality player. You don't just spend £90 million on a player, or even more if he's no good. You know what I mean? I think that decision at this moment in time puts Chelsea favourites for the title. So, you know, they're also champions of Europe, so it's going to be a really, really tough game. But ultimately, I think today I want to see a proper set-up from us and look like we're going to get a result. At the end of the day, like we was just chatting earlier on, I'm not criticising any of the signings, you know, about the Kroenkes and whatever. I think at the end of the day, they've spent some money this summer. The one thing that I would say is that none of these signings have excited me.
Yeah.
But they've all been decent signings. So if we can just get one or two now.
Shame none of them can't play today, isn't it?
Yeah, none of them can play, you know. But like, let's just hope we can get one or two more exciting, and then I'll start thinking that we can, you know, challenge the likes of these teams above us at this moment in time. At the moment, I don't think we will.
All right. Couple of comments here. Web Creative says that this has been pre-recorded. No, well, actually, we just read your comment, so it can't be, can it? Right, so it's not pre-recorded, right? We are here live, right? You know, we're about 5 minutes away from getting that starting 11, unless we get the starting 11 an hour in advance or something, right? Uncle Scully says, manage properly, coach properly, and players put in a proper performance. You're talking about Arsenal, right? He goes, those three items at Arsenal is difficult to put in the same sentence. Yeah. That just sums up a lot of the negativity that's around, isn't it?
Yeah, and that is in football is a gimme, realistically. You know what I mean? And we're questioning it, and I don't think that we should be questioning it. And do you know what? I'm not going to be questioning it no more after 20 months in charge of a manager. So, like, for me, it is now or never for him. You know, I'll be honest, Mikel Arteta over these last few months and whatever, I've lost faith in him. I've lost trust in him. So the only way he's going to win me back to trust is over the next few weeks. And I'll tell you that now, beating Chelsea ain't going to do that. You know, he's got to be more than that. But I tell you what,
That'd be a great start.
It'd be a good start. Yeah.
I mean, you're getting very greedy because that'd be a great start. Hugo Cooper Fogarty says, this is what team he's gone for. He's gone for Leno, Saka, Tierney, Pablo Mari, Holding, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Xhaka, Lokonga, Emil Smith-Rowe, Martinelli and Pepe. And he says if Aubameyang is fit, start him over Martinelli, he says. So that's the team he's gone for. Lucas says, why is Robbie not at the game? I will be at the game today. I will be here. Why is Robbie here, says Tin. We will be at the game.
It's only 3:30.
Yeah, remember, we've got everything covered here now on AFTV. We've got, Match Day Live, where we're going to be going throughout the whole game. We're getting your views. Straight after the game, we're going to have full time where the guys are going to be taking, your videos and your voice notes on the performance. So don't forget to send those in as well. And then, of course, we're going to have the fan cams as well from outside the stadium. We're going to be talking to fans and getting their opinions. So keep it locked here on AFTV for all things Arsenal. Nobody covers it like us. Harry says, hi guys, who will be your next 2 signings and outgoings? Well, Kolasinac, as we're saying, he's on his way out, isn't he?
I think
so Kolasinac is on the way out. So maybe Bellerin could be on the way out as well. I think Lucas Torreira is going to be another player that's going to leave, and I think Willian will probably go as well. Incomings is going to be interesting to see what Arsenal do. I get the feeling they're still looking for a right back, and I also got the feeling that what Arsenal are doing is they're kind of waiting to see if anything big maybe comes up. Because like you said, Lee, we've made a lot of signings, but there is nothing really exciting about those signings. I've sort of said it a few times now over the past few days. It's almost like they're all too sensible. Because all of the signings make sense. They all, when you look at it, they make sense. It's just, it's just that we're looking at it now and saying,
little rumours today.
Can you give us something to excite us?
I've heard little rumours today. I don't know if you've heard it about Ollie Watkins. Have you heard that?
Ollie Watkins,
really?
Yeah. So I don't know if that's true.
That'd be an exciting signing.
So
why would Villa sell Ollie Watkins?
Well, I don't know.
What sort of money would they want for him?
Exactly, you know what I mean. But if Arsenal are going to go big, it's got to be someone like that, hasn't it? Calvin Lewin's been mentioned. I can't see that happening. But they're the sort of 2 players that have sort of been. But I tell you what, both fit. I know this sounds silly. Both fit into the sort of thing that we're doing at this moment in time. They're young English players that are making their way. The profile of what we're sort of player we're going for does suit them sort of 2 players. So
I mean, that'd be a great signing. But
I mean, with what's his name, the former Southampton striker at Villa now.
Danny Ings.
Maybe Ollie's a bit unsettled.
I can't see them. Ollie Watkins, I mean, that would be.
Would you be happy with that?
I'll be happy.
Yeah, he's a good player. I'll be happy with that. But you know
heard
what?
it first on air.
That'd be a massive amount of money, and I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not too sure if that would be.
Any striker is going to be a massive amount of money, Robbie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're going to go a young, vibrant striker, I think Arsenal need to do something. I'm not saying it's going to be him or whatever. I'm just saying it's a rumour. We need something like that that's going to take us to the next level. We haven't got any. We've signed players. They're not going to take us to the level that this club needs to go to.
I get a feeling. I don't think we're going to see a striker because.
You think they're going to go with what they've got?
They've got nobody. They've got to get rid of Lacazette to get a striker in, right? And there's been no
outgoing.
You've not heard anybody say they want Lacazette, have they?
No, I've heard rumours about Eddie going to Brighton as well. Is that true? Or?
Yeah, there's been those rumours.
He's
injured at the moment as well.
Yeah, so
I don't know, man.
He'll just automatically fail his medical.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the problem. I just see that Arsenal got a lot of players that nobody really wants. That's the truth at the moment. And if they do want them, they can't afford them because I think there'd be a lot of teams that would want Lacazette, but who's going to be able to afford those
wages?
175, 180,000 pound a week wages that he's on? No one. So again, I think we're going to be stuck with him. Although, let's be real, last season he was our best striker.
Really?
It's a chance here for Southampton.
Oh, he should have scored.
They should have scored there, shouldn't he?
Good save.
Good save, but he hit it straight at him, but there was a chance there for Southampton.
Armstrong.
Oh, that's Armstrong, isn't it? They knew the guy who came in for Ings. He should really have
Great
scored
bit
that.
of play there from.
Maguire got the ball nicked off him.
Oh, come on, mate.
He's got to score that. That's a poor finish. That's a very poor finish. Right, we're getting close now to the teams. Let's see if the teams are out. Here it is. The team is out. You ready for this? Leno in goal. At left back, Kieran Tierney, Pablo Mari, Rob Holding, and Cedric starts at right back today. A midfield of Xhaka and Sambi Lokonga. And then just in front of them, Martinelli, Smith Rowe in the number 10 position, and Saka starts. And up front, the striker is...
Aubameyang.
Balogun.
You say?
You
say what?
I'm going to say Balogun.
You say?
Pepe.
And you say?
Oh,
Oba.
Pepe, yeah, Pepe.
Pepe. is
Really?
starting.
I've called for that. I've called for that for weeks.
Pepe starts as a striker.
Yeah.
Aubameyang is on the bench. El Nenny's on the bench. Reece Nelson. Aaron Ramsdale makes the bench. I thought he wouldn't be registered in time, I was saying. But he's on the bench. Balogun, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Nuno Tavares, Callum Chambers, and Kolasinac is on the bench.
Yeah, we don't have any other covering defender.
But that's a surprise if he's about to cancel his contract.
But
and
there's
stuff,
no
right?
covering defender. There's nobody that can play centre back remaining.
Okay, let me give you the Chelsea team. In goal, Mendy. They're going with a 3 at the back of... Oh, Southampton nearly scored there a minute ago.
How have they not scored in this last minute of play?
But they're going with a 3 at the back of Rudiger, Christensen, and Aspilicueta. In the midfield, Alonso, Kovacic, Jorginho, and James. Just in front of them, Havertz and Mount. And up front is...
Lukaku. Werner.
Werner, yeah. Tino Werner.
Lukaku.
is up front.
Mate.
Lukaku is up front.
They didn't hold back at
Right.
all.
On the bench is Trevor Chalobah, N'Golo Kante, Hudson-Odoi, Kepa, Thiago Silva, Kurt Zuma, Ziyech, Ben Chilwell, and Timo Werner. Look at that bench. That's an unreal bench as it is. I mean, when you look at the two teams, you say to yourself, Arsenal are really up against it. I mean, they're literally full strength. We are nowhere near full strength. You know, we haven't even got a striker on the pitch. But that's the team. And you know what? A lot of us wanted to see certain players playing, and certain players are playing. Martinelli, who's got a good record in this game, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he starting, sorry?
Martinelli
Yeah.
starts
Oh, he
here
is
on the
starting.
left-hand
Do
side.
you reckon that's right though, or do you reckon Pepe and Martinelli could swap?
I think, yeah, you're right. I think there might be some
No,
interchange in
not
there. But it is Pepe starting as a striker. And do you know what? When Pepe played at Lille before they bought him, before Arsenal bought him, he used to play a lot more central.
Central, yeah.
Yeah. So, and he did get that chance last week. Remember
He's the best finisher in the club. When he goes for on one-on-one, I've always said this. He looks like scoring more than anybody else. So,
But it's a very under-strength team when you look at it. You know, but this is what we've got. And is that enough to beat Chelsea?
If you want there's life, there's hope.
Thanks for your confidence, Lee.
I just need them to keep Mount quiet. That's all I need. At the moment, just keep him quiet.
As I said, it's been a fantastic weekend. Up till about 4:30.
Map says Pepe is a striker. Lukaku versus Holding says 4-8 mil. He says, give me life to watch this game. So he's worried about that. But you're saying you feel that Holding will do well against Lukaku.
He's a strong bottom boy. He knows what to do. He's done it. He's done it to people, tougher opponents like what's his name?
He's going to have a great game.
No, yeah.
Do you know what worries me? Like, you know, I watch the game. Why Cedric's come in for this one? You know what I mean? Like, he's big, powerful, and strong. Maybe he's gone there because they've got the pace on the flanks, but you know, Chambers for me would be ideal for today.
That's what I was thinking as well. That's
You know,
what I was
just
thinking,
you know, like physically.
Chambers didn't have a great game last week,
he
though, did
didn't.
he?
Yeah,
You know,
but physically, like he said, he can play centre back as well. He can drop in if you know. That's what I was thinking, but
Yeah. It's interesting that Chelsea have gone with a 3 at the back.
we do this.
They do it all the time.
Yeah,
don't they? So,
I mean, I know they've been doing that a lot under Tuchel, but I would have thought that they might, just because due to the sort of being a bit weak Arsenal with that lineup and that, they might have gone for it a bit more.
He sticks with this formation. He sticks with the particular formation since he's coming. I don't think I've seen him play back for. I don't know.
Brian says we're in trouble.
well, he's always in trouble anyway.
Holding
Robert.
dusted Diego Costa, he says.
I mean, we have to also play our part, Robbie, as fans. We have to make that place, the stadium, a very, very, gingered atmosphere. And you ginger the players. Football is confidence.
And then again now, you know, I mean, this, you know, we have to touch on this COVID thing again, because, you know, they haven't said for sure, but it sounds like with Ben White, it's another COVID issue. If he turned up at the ground and left half an hour later, that sounds to me like he's turned up at the ground, had a COVID test.
Yeah, it's been positive. Isn't it?
Positive, and then they've sent him home, which again, that could mean that he could miss next week's game as well.
Yeah, Man City.
Again,
that's what you're looking like.
You know,
10 days mandatory, isn't it? He's not going to play on Wednesday at West Brom as well.
This is going to be part of the problem now with these sort of things, isn't it?
Yeah, I see them probably delaying Kolashinak's movement till maybe the last day of the season, because we need cover, at least.
Yeah.
So.
Aussie Guna says 130 million spent and only 10 million of that is playing. No, Sammy Lokonga's playing it.
Yeah, but you cut that. You know, like Ben White's an unfortunate one, isn't it? Like you know, the other, you know, the Ramsdale one is a strange one. To spend that sort of money on a backup goalkeeper, he's strange. But I look at that and I think to myself, well, that's a positive. So you're spending 20, 30 million on a backup goalkeeper, you've got money to spend. There's no excuses. Arsenal, with everybody back, we're still 2-3 players short. So you know, unfortunately, we're probably about 8 today. But you know, you can't. Listen, this thing with COVID and injuries, we've known about Gabriel being injured till September. We've not really dealt with that. We've known Partey is also going to be out till September. Like, you know, nothing's. So we haven't really done too much. You know, the Odegaard one I've
dealt with that. Do you mean we should sign players to cover for the injuries?
No, well, looking on it, I still think Arsenal. We need a box to box 8. If we'd have got that in now, that could have like compensated a little bit for missing Partey. The central defender one, you know, you bought someone for 50 million. You've got your 2 main central defenders that are out. You know, if you put that to a lot of teams, they'd be struggling, wouldn't they? You know, so it's just unfortunate. You know, sometimes you just got to suck it and see what happens today.
Shref says, before you lot go and see Arsenal hoof it to the left, cross and pray for a goal, I want to say best of luck, because you're going to get it.
That is what it feels like.
That's what I said last
Hope the youngsters turn up, and you know, we're really relying on the youngsters today.
Well, we are, aren't we?
Always relying on the youngsters.
I think this guy Lomperi was saying, why are these players not vaccinated? I think the manager Mikel Arteta said that most of them have been double vaccinated, and the others, some of them only had one vaccination.
Yeah.
You can still get a positive COVID test even if you are vaccinated.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Yeah. Speed says Lukaku hat-trick incoming. Thank you very much for that. And there's just loads of comments coming in. Literally, I'd have to say most people in here are not giving us a chance. But that's what we got, man. That's the team. That is the team today. Well, we got some audio issues. Some people saying that we've got audio issues. We've got audio issues. I want to get the graphic up so that we can go through the team. Let's run through the team again. This is the Arsenal team, so let's get the graphic up on the screen. Leno, Cedric, Rob Holding, Pablo Mari, Kieran Tierney, Albert Sambi Lokonga, Granit Xhaka, by the way, is the captain today. You all good with that?
He was captain last week as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a leader on the pitch.
Smith Rowe, Saka, Pepe, and Martinelli. And on the bench is Aaron Ramsdale, Chambers, Maitland-Niles, Nuno Tavares, Kolasinac, El Neni, Balogun, Nelson, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang back from his COVID. So that is the Arsenal team. And the Chelsea team is Mendy, Rudiger, Christensen, Aspilicueta, Alonso, Kovacic, Jorginho, James, Havertz, Mount, and Lukaku, almost full strength. So that's it. That's the lineups. We are looking forward to the game. Don't forget, as I said here on AFTV, we've got everything locked off. We're going to be doing the watch along. Turkish and the guys are going to be here in the studio watching along with our match day live. So make sure you check that out. We've got LV General in the building as well for that. So we're going to be very lively up in here, right? So make sure you check it out. And straight after the game, we'll have the full-time show on the full-time show. We want to hear from you guys. Send us in your videos, send us in your voice notes. We want to hear from you. Also in the comments section, we want to hear from you. Send in your comments, your super chats. We want to hear from you after the game with all the match reactions. And of course, we'll also be outside the ground finding out what the fans are thought of. Hopefully, a massive win for Arsenal. If we can win today, it's lift-off for the season. It's going to be great to be back in that stadium. Great to be back with the fans. Looking forward to the game. Just before we go, let's get some predictions. Let's start with you, Charlene.
Do you know, I'm not normally negative, Robbie, and I feel bad saying this, but 3-1 Chelsea. But please, Arsenal, prove me wrong.
Kelechi?
I'll go with the positive mindset. I'll say 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah. That sets the tone for me to be chanting in the stadium. So I'll go with the positive mindset. Always go with the positive. If it happens that you lose, it's part of the game.
Diamond?
Listen, I think Arsenal put in a performance, but Chelsea would be too strong for us today. 2-1 to Chelsea.
I was saying 2-2 before the game, but I'm going to go with Kelechi's positive mindset. I'm going with
Positivity!
I'm going with Kelechi's positive mindset. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Arsenal. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, and don't forget, coming up, we've got Matchday Live. We're going to be giving you everything on the game, so keep it here. But yeah, big game today. Arsenal versus Chelsea. See you soon.
We got to do this. You're not forgetting that.